Well, thank you for joining us for Weather Impact Now. I'm Pepper Baker, who's in for Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett, who has the week off. All right, we are looking live now at downtown Memphis from our Midtown camera. You can't tell how hot it is by looking at it, but if you step outside, I'm sure you will feel it immediately. Let's go ahead and get a check of the first look at the forecast with Ryan Choptaw.
All right, no heat advisories posted for the area today. That's the big change. However, it's still hot out there. Air temperatures right now flirting in the lower to middle 90s area wide, which is warm for June standards this early in the season. Watch out for heat exhaustion. Watch out for heat stroke. Air temperature around 94 in Memphis right now. Added in the humidity. Feels like temperatures. The heat index is the biggest concern. It feels more like 104 to 106 in some spots between the hours of about 3 and 7 p.m. And that's right now, so be very careful. Check up on your friends and family. Take breaks and stay hydrated. This heat index next couple of days stays pretty elevated in that concerned region through Thursday and Friday. But great news, a weak front Friday morning helps reinforce a slightly cooler pattern for the weekend. Touches off some scattered rain by Saturday and Sunday, and then a secondary push of some cooler air. A June cold front is moving in. Now, it's not going to be cold, but it will provide cooler than average temperatures next week for Memphis and for much of the region. So coming up, we'll talk more about this forecast, break down the rain chances into the weekend, and time out that cold front on Friday morning and especially early next week. Those details and more, it's coming up.
All right, we'll see you then, Ryan. Thank you. High winds and rain have been the problem for people across several states, and now those communities are cleaning up from the storms. Rita Binion takes us to some of the hardest hit areas.
I heard something big fall. This tree from across the street fell into our yard.
Residents in parts of Kansas dealing with the aftermath of severe storms that brought down power poles, trees, and debris and caused extensive damage. The winds strong enough to blow over semis on the interstate. Kansas also seeing heavy rain and flash flooding. Crews rescuing several people after cars got stranded in high water in Topeka early Tuesday.
The whole car got picked up and moved into the woods and stuff.
Into a billboard sign. That's the only way we got stuck. That's the only reason why we didn't keep moving into the river.
More flash flooding in neighboring Missouri, where floodwater filled the yards of several homes and led to street closures.
It just kept raising and raising, and I was like, I don't know what to do. It's hitting the front and the back of the house.
Torrential rain also led to extreme flooding in parts of Indiana, prompting evacuations in at least one area.
I've been doing this nearly 30 years. This is the first time that I've witnessed something like this.
Floodwaters sweeping up this propane tank, which spewed vapor as it rushed downstream. To the south, Alabama also got drenched early this week. Heavy rain triggering massive flooding that washed out roads and prompted at least one high water rescue. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Some scary stuff there. High winds fueled a planned controlled burn in California, causing it to spread out of control. As Esteban Reonzo reports, now crews are taking precautions to avoid sparking more flames. They're shutting off power as temperatures climb into the 90s.
Wind gusts near Winters fueling the flames of the Puda fire.
We were challenged overnight with very strong and gusty winds, and we had some areas where the fire had slopped over some of our dozer, our hand crew lines.
Jason Clay with the CAL FIRE Sonoma Lake Napa unit says this fire that had evacuation warnings at one point was a priority to get under control. What started as a prescribed burn, the Puda fire jumped containment lines Monday morning. This is the edge of the Puda fire burn scar right behind me here. This is near Winters, and this is exactly what fire crews don't want to happen. Right now, they're focused on getting this fire under control while also preparing for any more sparks that may start more fires.
We have the red flag warning conditions that are going to be in the area tomorrow, so we want to get this, get our containment up.
CAL FIRE keeping a close eye on this fire while getting ready to launch strike teams wherever and whenever needed.
Can pre-position resources. Sometimes we'll have strike teams of engines that are in a region that could be utilized for initial attack on any new fire.
CAL FIRE isn't alone in their preparation.
Yeah, really what we're seeing is a lot of wind. That's really the primary factor in driving these public safety power shutoffs.
Jeff Smith with PG&E says these shutoffs will impact nearly 5,000 customers total from Colusa and Napa counties to Tehama and Yolo counties.
We're already seeing these windy conditions with hot temperatures and really dry vegetation, which is why we decided that we needed to put plans in place to potentially call for this public safety power shutoff.
The PSPSs are expected to last until Thursday. CAL FIRE says if anything pops up, they'll be ready.
And between the hand crews and the dozers, they've been able to do extra control lines. So everything's getting fortified right now.
You're taking a live look at downtown Memphis from our Midtown camera on this Wednesday evening. Take a look at it. This is what hot looks like, so be aware of that if you're stepping outside. We're back with a look at the forecast across the region after the break.